Another classic from Bally. Another Monte Carlo going out. Actually, we sold this a year ago, and the customer exercised his guaranteed trade-in deal, so he could trade them in at any time. So Joe's actually going over it. We re-rubbered the machine, and we actually changed over to the super bright LEDs. And we added a new strip here. I don't know. Joe's been working on it for a little while. You know, he's a part-timer. I don't know why he comes here. We pay him like nothing.
Peanuts.
I thought you paid to work here.
I took a bag of chips. I got it free.
He better have put $1 in there. Anyway, this, you've all seen many Monte Carlos. This one we did a video on about a year and a half ago, and we just go through it. It's been all checked out again. But we did upgrade. See, a year ago we weren't using the small cells. So we put in this button battery, so the customer down the road can change it. Now the fella getting this, maybe he'll keep it for 20 years. Wait a minute. Ah, yes, the purpose of this video is actually hiding behind. Look, the Twilight Zone. And this is a very special Twilight Zone. A customer in California sent me this machine for restoration. We had already done 2 of her other games. We did an Addams Family and an Austin Powers. Actually, let's go out to California so you can actually meet them and see the game in their studios out in California. We are at Artworks Hollywood with Doreen and Chris, who have graciously allowed us to come in and look at the...
And hi, we also introduced...
And Rob. Ed.
We're all really tired. We've been here.
Today you can be Rob.
That's Doreen's brother. They used to live near us, near TNT, years ago when they were little. Very little. Very little. And they love playing their game. Then they have a couple games at the house. Now, what you're going to be seeing is the Twilight Zone, which we just finished. So that's also coming out here. We're going to put that in a truck and send it out special. Meaning it'll take about 5 days.
That's awesome.
That's as special as it could be. But they make all these neat stuff. Look at this. Isn't this neat? I think this is I just thought we should put our old cans of paint. The problem is we only have a few colors.
Make it as a decoration.
Pac-Man blue. We have Pac-Man yellow.
Look at the skateboards, too. I love them on the wall.
And they're also a big fan of Annie Leibovitz.
They got a lot of reference material for their library, which is smart.
And these are the cameras they use to make the current feature films of the day.
Little tiny ones.
Isn't this neat? But you already know how Austin Powers plays.
They always come back.
And this is the largest sofa I've ever seen in my life.
13 foot.
And there's the donkey.
This is the baby.
Aw, he loves you.
A shop dog. See, we visit. We'll come and visit you if you give me an invitation. Good. Pretty neat stuff, huh? So now you know what I was doing out in California. Well, they sent me this Twilight Zone. Initially, it looked great. Somebody had put new side art on it. This is the decal you can buy, the authorized decal. And it had a few toys put on and some new rubbers. But the customer wanted it to work right. It kept shutting off and things. So they shipped it out to us, and we started this restoration. And they found all these neat toys on eBay and sent them to me for us to install. We have the car. Actually, I think the car... Oh, sorry. I think the car was on it. Yeah, I can't. I'm not going to do it ever again. I'm not going to do it again.
Can we put money on
Second
it?
finger. Frank, I don't do things like that.
I'm going to prove you wrong before this is over.
Here's the car. Here's the dead end lamppost that's been added. Look, that's a most unusual camera, isn't it? What was that? What was that sound?
The camera really takes pictures.
What?
Wait, let's see what we have here.
What do you mean it takes pictures?
Oh, pictures. Let's see.
Oh, that's me. But it can't be me because I'm using my middle finger.
No, We know that you use your middle finger a lot.
Well, yes, but now I know, and I'm not going to do any more middle fingers. Am I, Joe?
We're going to put money on that, I think.
Anyway, let's see. The pyramid was added with the eye that lights. Robbie the robot that lights up, he's plugged in. The gumballs were in the machine when we got it. These nice, highly polished, but what wasn't in there is the sparkler circuit, which is right here. Do you see that little board? That sits in the top. And as you're going to see when we play the game, that sparkles. Oh, look, here, Robbie's, oh, he was just blinking. There he is, he's blinking. Of course, there were some LEDs in it, but we went through the whole machine again. We have the LED clock board that they sent out to us. There was an LED clock board in it, but it wasn't as good as this one. So this one's the better one. That's in there. We got the slot machine. Isn't that sharp? That's really neat. Now, oddly enough, that's was this the one that's multiplexed? Yes. This runs off of like a phone cable and connector, because there's a number of different lighting effects that does.
When the ball rolls under it, it spins the reel.
Yes, and the wheel, yep, right under there. Isn't that neat? And then we have another robot here, see? Now, the spaceship was on there already, but the light was out. Right in the back, it's all it is a little light that comes on and off. You can barely see it. See, look there, now you can see it. Not much effect there, but the bulb was actually out, so we had to cut open the box and put a new one in. And the car was here already. Yeah, I think, or was that sent? I don't remember now.
I think that was on there, I'm not sure.
Boy, I don't remember. But look at these neat additions, aren't they sharp? And of course, we also went through and changed. If there were LEDs, they weren't super bright. So we did upgrade it to all super bright LEDs. We also put color changers under here. We thought that was a nice effect. And then we put our flash lamp, our giant flash lamp, as a red one there, for the flash lamp effects in the LED format. Really nice. Let's go in the back. Oh, look. This is that new color DMD, but there's no programming for Twilight Zone yet. So we made it black and white.
I think we should just leave it like that. It's so cool.
God, it's sharp, isn't that?
Like the TV show.
Just like the TV, yes. They never made a single color episode, I guess, until they started making, I don't know. But, you know, all the original Rod Serlings were black and white. The back glass is just loaded with all wonderful references to the Twilight Zone. And we put color changes here for the Twilight Zone, because on the opening titles, they kind of twinkle a little bit. Actually, we'll show you. Also, we changed over the 455 flash lamps. 455, yeah, that's right. Oh gosh, I'm never going to get it right. They were plug-in wedge lamps. And in an earlier video, I said they were only used in Twilight Zone. Oh, I was proved wrong. John Wirt pointed that out. I think another viewer, he said, no, they were also used in No Good Gophers and Dirty Harry. But now, these three machines use those stupid wedge bulbs and no others. Well, we changed them over to 455s. I know, it was 545s are the wedge, 455 are the bayonet base. So our customer down the road will be able to find them almost anywhere. And there's only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's only 5. Isn't that nice? Really nice effect. Now, back here, let me lift this out and lay this down. That's the new color DMD that sits in here. Very simple to hook up. Works perfect. And then right over here.
That.
What? What? There we go. That's better. Stupid cat.
You owe me money.
A lot?
A couple $100,000, not too much.
Now you got me all flustered. Well, look, the customer said the game kept shutting off. We found out the original bridges were still in the machine after all these years. Nobody ever changed them. But they thought that it was shutting off when you hit the flippers. So the guys who overhauled this realized that somebody on the flipper board put a capacitor on the back of the board to try to cut the spark. Wrong! Because the problem was just this. Anyway. So, listen, any WPC game, anyone on planet Earth, you have to change the bridges. Steve Young has the real long lead ones. A lot of the suppliers are real short. That way, it's what high up off the board gives plenty of air to get all around it. Then you put new, fresh heat sink compound, and now it's getting, I mean, it is running hot, but it's not running the heat that it normally would. And of course, with the LEDs, the bottom circuit here doesn't go out. All these extra plugs are for the toy mods. That's what you see these different plugs in here for, because they all run on different parts, different circuits. Now, over here, they've also added this board that's supposed to eliminate the spike on the computer. So that was there already, so we left that alone. And then right here is the button battery and the cell. Isn't that nice? That takes the place of that stupid 3 batteries that leaks down. The only thing left he has to do, actually, because he ran out of the sockets, we're putting it in before we ship it, is there's that switch chip. That's how the factory ships this, see? That will go into a socket before we ship it out. It probably never will short out, but we're going to make sure that we have that in a socket so our customer can change it themselves should it fail when they're changing light bulbs. That's when that blows out, when you short the switch line to a light bulb circuit. We did, even though it's not using the high voltage, we did put new caps on the board just in case, and we reheated the oops, we ran out of transistors board. I love calling it that. So anyway, that's been changed. And of course, we reflowed solder and everything. That's the most important thing on all these games now. The ice-cold solder connections, Frank. Don't you agree?
Yep.
Well, let's see what some of these toys do. How about that? How about that? We have to unlock the door by pressing the unlock button.
You unlock this door with the key of imagination.
We're ready. We're ready. First shot, skill shot. You have to roll over one of these 3 switches here. You don't want, you can, if you go all the way back too far, you go down the scoop and you don't get all the extra points. You got the red, orange, and yellow points. I'm going to block this so I get the hardest one, the orange. I think that's the hardest. So that added my 3 pop bumpers. See, look at them all on. I went into the piano player. Notice we have lit the holes here. See, the time is going crazy. All the targets, everything I hit is worth 350,000 points. Every target. By the way, these target pads were added. They were an extra that you can buy. To get all those extra points while the time madness is going. We're running out of time, right? We get our big 5 million points too. And we also go through the town. Yep, there's my total. See? You get the whole 12-hour period of time. What a beautiful game. Oh, sorry, candle Twilight. Oh, but the Powerball's coming out. Now, right here, one of the 6 balls is this white ceramic ball. See that? Now, the game knows it because there's a sensor here that senses, you can't quite see it, but right under here, it senses if that's a metal ball. And underneath this ramp that goes right down here, okay, or right over here actually, right over here to this part, there's another sensor. So that way the game knows if a metal ball passes it, or in fact if it's the white power ball. That's how the game knows it's a power ball. Now, see, it says hit the gumball machine. So, there's the power ball, or there, either one. And look at that. Either one will access the gumball machine. Look at the sparkle effect. My power is open, so now I have top action and bottom action. 2 remaining coins. The game knows to turn the magnet off when it passes through that hole there. Now I'm back to normal. Am I back to normal, Frank? Okay. Right down the front. Oh. Now, a couple of things to note. These give you points here, but see around the edge here, these are all the different things that we can score. And as we move around those, we try to pick up the different things. We already got the 10 square menace, and we already got the 10 million. Now, and here's our slot machine. Let's see what we get. The camera. The camera, Frank.
The most unusual camera.
What's this?
Look to the future.
Well,
It's going to show you your future.
did you hear that? I heard that. Wait a minute. What is this? Hogwash. Hogwash.
Put it with the other one.
Silliness. Stupid camera. That's just some stupid thing you buy on eBay. Anyway, let's shoot up here and do the camera now. Camera awards greed targets. See, that's all it does, Frank. Nothing. No effect at all, Frank. Now, the power comes out. I guess you noticed that. Kick out warning, shoot the camera. So let's shoot the camera again anyway. Why not? It's taking pictures, but not necessarily the best pictures on earth. Now look, the clock's millions. And look, Robbie is flashing merrily away. Every time you hit it, you get 10 million points. Isn't that sharp? Let's go up and do the hitchhiker. Pretty nice. Now you'll notice our right spiral's lit. We go through that. The spiral freezes the ball up there and then drops it. As long as you don't have your big fat finger blocking it. That wasn't the third ball, was it?
Yep.
Oh gosh.
Big risk. Big
Well,
reward.
oh wait a
In the
minute.
Twilight Zone.
See, it's not that bad because look, not only did I get a replay, but I have the option to continue the game. I think I heard that from Twilight Zone or from Adam's Family. Greed. I still can't get that, Frank. I'm never going to get that shot. I can't. Frank, I can't do anything right.
You should know.
Oh, look at the sparkler effect up there. Isn't that sharp? That is really, really, really nice. Now, if you notice the directions here, shooting the left ramp lights the player piano, shooting the right ramp lights the slot machine. So, we like that, our slot machine is lit. So, up, the power's on. Now, when the power's on, that light comes on and the power light comes on. They're tied together. So when we go up here, we go into the power. My flipper buttons activate just the magnets this time. Remember earlier, they operated both. Not sharp. And now it's right down the toilet. It is time. It's a time shot. Now, this diverter kicks in when the slot machine is lit. Did you see the wheels spin? See it? Look at that. Isn't that sharp? Ah, now we're ready to load a gumball, Frank. And there's our gumball. Oh, you know what? There's one other thing. I remember under here, it's a mechanism that dumps the ball, and we actually broke over the years. This real thick piece of metal can break that very easily. And we have had to change a few of them over the years. I think that just plain wore out, but you really need really heavy cable or wire to put them in. I think somebody does make those repros now. Wow, Frank, there's so many secrets in this game, but we're not going to do any more because the woman, Doreen, and her husband Chris, who you saw earlier, are waiting for this. So we got to ship this out. I think we got everything. So, Frank, I guess your stupid picture didn't come true after. Will you shut that hammer up? I'm trying to finish this video. Boy, oh boy, I've never seen such insubordination. Have you?
And now, Mr. Serling.
In this $28 a day hotel suite live 3 human beings who have larceny in them from their toes to where they part their hair. Amongst the loot of one evening's caper is this camera, which they soon discover has most unique properties. It takes pictures of the future. Stick around for the development next week on The Twilight Zone.